Alright, so in making in watching the two-player deck holster videos, I realized that I should have a way of recording myself testing my test prints as I go. So I need to be able to have some way of holding my phone to where I can be able to record me using my hands to test my test prints. I don't like looking through the phone though, so I have this idea for a hat, like a drink hat, but that holds a phone instead, and it would put the camera close enough to my eyes without obstructing my vision that I should be able to get more or less what I'm seeing, pretty much what I'm seeing. I have this drink hat from a long time ago. I know this fits me around my head, so I'm just going to copy the geometry here into a new sketch here. Get rid of all the stuff that was needed for the drink hat bits. I'm going to go ahead and extrude this about 15, not 5, 15. And then I'm going to start a sketch on the bottom here. I'm going to put it here actually. And now I'm going to make a little circle to represent the camera. And I took measurements of this. The camera is 4.3 millimeters away from the edges of the little camera subassembly on the phone. And then that little subassembly, which is, so if I were to draw this, right, there would be the camera, and there would be the flash right there. And then the subassembly is about 11 away from the edge of the phone. I'm going to make this line 10 though, so that all the space here so that I'm going to make this line 10 though, so that all the space here I should make this 11. Yeah. I'm going to make this 11, right? And then I'm going to make another thing about 10 away so that there's room for the anyways, I'm going to get ahead of myself. Okay. I'm going to put a projection of this here. I'm going to make a center line here. And I'm going to go ahead and make this collinear with this. Then I'm going to go ahead and make this collinear with this. And what that'll do is that'll give me where I want my rectangles to be. Make all of this construction. And this rectangle is going to be holding my phone. So 9.3, I measured this. 9.3 gives it enough space to slide in and out easily. It should. And then 148, that's basically the size of my phone. Then I'm going to go ahead and offset this by 2. And that should be enough to build what I want to build. So I'm going to make the floor first, and then I'm going to bring out the sketch again, and I'm going to extrude all the rest of it. About 60 millimeters, and that's a join. And now I'm going to make a sketch here, and I'm going to project this. And now from here I'm going to make a rectangle. This rectangle represents how far inward that little camera subassembly is on the phone. It is 11, so I'm going to make this 10, right? That way the actual camera is inside of that. And about 7 in this direction, so I'm going to make this 6. And then I'm not just going to cut out a small little rectangle for the camera, because that would be using a lot of plastic on this whole wall. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another rectangle here and make this also 10, just to be symmetric with that side. And then I'm going to make a rectangle here and cut it out. Distance to object to this, yes. Okay. And then this ought to work, right? This ought to just be a simple little hat that I can wear that holds my phone so that I can record videos of me doing things. But I want to save filament, so I'm going to cut out a bunch of holes, or maybe a big hole, I don't know. So I'm going to project this geometry here. I'm going to make a center point arc at a random spot, make it 90 degrees. Do the same thing on the other side. Then I'm going to make a line about 20 millimeters across. 20 millimeters wouldn't need support material as a straight flat bridge, so that's why 20 millimeters. And then I'm going to make these coincident with that, and that is too big, so I'm going to make it 25. That'll lower that. That's okay. I'll make it 30. 30 is just about. And then I'm also, if I cut out this much, that's a lot of plastic saved. But if I also eyeball just a hole here, and then I put a center line, and then I mirror that, that also will cut out more plastic. So I'll go ahead and extrude all that away. And the reason why I still need okay, I still need this some amount of structure back here to prevent the phone from having enough wiggle to like go back and touch my forehead, because then my forehead will be tapping things that I won't be able to see, and that's just not going to work. So this should prevent that. Gonna go ahead and extrude this back out to this because that looked fairly... That's weird. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and create a sketch here because I don't like this. That looks weak. So I'm gonna go ahead and create a sketch here and project this and go ahead and project this and then make an arc on this arc that touches that arc so that I can extend it out to there. And if I can trim it, that would be nice, but I guess I can't. So that's interesting. That's weird. That's really weird because that should be a that should be a quarter circle. Odd. Because I remember making the geometry for this. It was a quarter circle, and then there was it was this. What I did was see the way I made that geometry was by doing this. And then except this was on this, right? So like and then I mirrored that across the center of this rectangle. So the fact, oh, but that was this, and this is an offset of that. So it only goes up to here. Should be 2.4. Huh, weird. And if I trim this, and I finish this, and then I can extrude this down to here. That's not smooth at all. Oh, there's an angle between those. Okay, I got that wrong. See, there's that center point, so I'll just make a center point. And then I'll extend it. There. Now I can extrude it. And it's a join. There. Now that makes sense. Okay. So this should work, but I'm not going to print all of this all at once, right? So I'm going to go ahead and create a plane here. And then I'm going to go ahead and split this using that plane. Split this body. And so now the two bodies are body 1 and body 2 and body 1. Wait, what? Okay, body 1 is going to be phone holder, and body 2 is going to be headband. Then I'm going to export these. Real quick, if I get rid of phone holder, the headband is that. One thing I can do is actually make the phone holder go onto the headband, like clip on somehow. And what that would allow me to do is I might have to print these in parts anyways, because I don't know if this will be printable as is on my printer, because it might not be big enough. So if I go ahead and copy phone holder, create a copy, and then I get rid of the actual phone holder, and then I bring up this sketch, and I extrude this to here, and then I go ahead and copy headband, create a copy. That's going to be 100. Okay. And you know what? I'm going to edit this. Right, and then the this one is going to be, it's like 170, right? I'm going to delete that extrude because I'm going to go ahead and not do that. And then I'm going to move this real quick and see what that was. Yeah, 170. Okay, cancel. Okay. And then get rid of this. And then get rid of this. So now I have two pieces that I can manipulate without changing this. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove headband 1. I'm going to start a sketch here. I'm going to put and project all of that. Gonna do that, and that, and cut it all out. Okay. And then I'm going to look at headband, and I'm going to start a sketch here. I'm going to go ahead and project these, so now I have their center points, and continue their arcs. And then I'm going to project this line here, and I'm going to make it 2.4 because that was the size of the offset on that, and that is on that. So then if I go and so I should be able to just trim everything. That's a construction, and go ahead, delete that. And then I should be able to just extrude that. Down to here. Okay. Now, if these don't work as a unit, if these don't work to be printed as one unit, I can continue by figuring out how to fit these two together. So now I'm going to go ahead and save these as mesh. Just out of curiosity, 580. Save as type. I'm gonna make a new folder. Gonna put this in miscellaneous. Gonna make a new folder. Phone holder headband. Save. What? I don't know. Then headband, I'm gonna save. It has more triangles for some reason. Okay. Don't know why that decided to minimize that tab, but whatever. And then I'm going to go ahead and take this split and suppress it. And that actually suppressed everything. So I'm going to go ahead and save this real quick as full unit. I don't know why that's minimizing. And then I'm going to go ahead and unsuppress this. And I'm going to save here. Phone holder headband. Alright. And now I'll go ahead and test out how this works. And hopefully it'll all fit on the print bed. But I don't know. Editable Fusion documents. Limit reached. Just make some other ones read only. That's fine. Okay. I'll see.